Boom. Lay. Is the sound on? Let's double check, make sure. I'm pretty sure, guys, in the chats, if you all could let us know if... Sorry, let me move this out of your way because it's in your face, and I don't want it to be too much in your face. I know how Ralphie likes to have his space. Am I right or am I right?
Yeah, 6 foot.
6 foot. Oh, shit. You do. You do need your 6 feet. What's going on, guys? Good to see you all. Glad that you all are here to join us for our Went for a Walk, Got Lost live edition. I've been debating on if we're going to do these, if we're always going to do these live, or if we want to go old school and like let me just edit out like the whole episodes and do the whole episodes, and then maybe we could do like a live review.
Oh yes.
But we wouldn't. But then like I don't know.
I like the live interaction.
I love the live interaction too, especially like tonight's going to be a little bit different. Well, not a little bit different, but I loaded up a little bit of the videos, and tonight we're not necessarily covering like a specific area that we've been to, because I still have a little bit of footage for us to go through. I think I have like 2 locations. We have Pretty Boy Dam, and then is there any other ones other than that one that we haven't covered yet that we've been to? No, there was that one where we found the shark teeth at. Have we covered that one yet?
Yeah, we haven't covered that one.
We haven't covered that one. That's a good one. That was, yeah, and that was last summer too. It's been a while since we've been out to that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, happy Tuesday, guys. Have you guys had a good week? I've had a very busy last week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that. I've just been really hitting the road hard. No mountain lions, right? No mountain lions tonight. Well, I hope not. You know what? We might actually have to have some of that bear mace, because that's what like people use. Because like if you have like a mountain lion coming after you, you want to spray that bitch with mace, because their noses are sensitive. Like most animals' noses are more sensitive than ours.
Oh, right.
So if you spray them, they're going to be like, oh, that stings, get me out of here, and then hopefully they'll run away. Unless it's like a psycho Terminator mountain lion. And she's just like, no, I want to kill you. And then Anamora said, hello, brother Ralph. She wants to say hello to brother Ralph.
Hello.
How was your day, Ralph? Did you have a good day today?
Yeah, hit a PR in the gym. First
Well,
thing.
how was the morning? How did the morning start out first?
Who cares?
That's true. That's true. The most important shit is Adam hit brand new PRs in the gym. But you had work. You had, we got to stretch it out. Like, we got to tell stories. We got to, we don't want to get to the meat. We want to build up to the meat. So, like, how did you start your day? You woke up. Normally, what time do you wake up every day?
Around 4:35.
So you get up at 4:35. You make your food. You get up and get ready to go, and then you go out, and then you just stay busy all day, basically.
Stay busy all day.
And then you run your happy ass over to meet us at the gym, and then normally I'll text you around what time. We plan on 4:30. But it doesn't always turn out that way, Usually it's about 5:30, depending on when we all can get there. But we all have different jobs, and we're all like running around trying to do everything that we can do. And then we finally meet up in the gym. And then when we finally meet up in the gym, it's go time. Yep. And you hit some PRs, and I hit some. So I'm recounting my PRs, because my PRs, which, if you don't know what PRs are, personal records. We keep up with our own personal records here, so that we can, it's just more fun that way. The more you can pay attention to your personal records, the more you'll see how much better you're getting. But you don't want to try to beat yourself every time. Amora said, ew, I remember when I got up that early. What did you have to get up for, Amora? Was it work as well? Because I don't think anybody else will get up that early just for fun. Not for funsies, Except for whenever you and I go for our runs. Are we going for one in the morning?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's do it. We got one in the morning then, and we will see you guys on Instagram whenever we got to do that, because that's going to be a doozy. That's always a doozy. You're just getting up and sprinting your ass off trying to get your workouts in. But here's the thing about it too. What I really like about it is getting that workout done over with, and I don't have to worry about it later. Because right now, after we get finished with this stream, I got to have my happy ass out on the road, and I got to get my run in because I didn't get it in earlier. Because, well, here's the thing though. Jimmy and I went to training last night, and we were wrestling up a storm until 11:30, and we were in Jersey. But it's Jersey, just outside of Philadelphia, and Jimmy told me I always had Geno's in Philadelphia. Did y'all guys get cheesesteak whenever you went to Philadelphia?
Yeah, but it was a smaller restaurant.
What was it though? Like, do you remember what it was?
Can't recall. It was on a corner.
They're all, yeah. But that's the thing, though, because They're not like. Did you get the sandwich fast though? Did it take them a long time to make it, or was it like
Like a 15-minute thing.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, so these places, like the places that we went to, they're competing with each other. I think it's Geno's and Pat's. If any of you guys have ever been there, and oh yeah, and Amora said it was in the military, so she had to get up and get information for PT. Yep. So you were running PT then, huh? Or whatever the case may be. I'm not familiar with how all that works up. And then Stephanie down there said, I wake up that early even on my days off, not by choice. Sometimes people here's the thing though, I wake up at 6 a.m. every morning, not my choice. Sometimes I can go back to bed. Other times you'll see, like, I'll just get up and I'll just be like, I'm just going to start the fucking day now. I'm doing it now. And then I'll start wanting to crash in the middle of the day. And then sometimes I can take the nap. But work has been back a little bit more recently this month, and there's no telling how all that's going to go. So
Yeah.
you try to take advantage of it while you can. But Jimmy and I went up. We had wrestling training. We were wrestling last night, and we spent like most of our time doing that. And then at about 11:30, it's like an hour and a half drive home. But Philly is like 20 minutes out of the way, so maybe we're adding 40 minutes overall to the trip back. Mm-hmm. And it was already 11:30, so we didn't leave. So we got down there. We got to Pat's, or we found Pat's. We drove like 20 minutes and we got to Pat's, and there was no parking. There was no parking at all. There's construction throughout Philadelphia, and everywhere we went, we could not find street parking. We just kept driving in circles and circles and circles. And it was like, God, I was like, man. And then it got so bad to the point to where Jimmy was like, hey, man, if you just want to drop me off, I can pick up our sandwiches. And I was like, no, I want to sit down and eat it. I'm hungry and I want to enjoy this meal. Can I enjoy this meal? I got pissed off at him, but it wasn't his fault, But I was like, I wanted my food. I was hungry and like or hangry, however you want to call it. What's up, Stephanie? How are you? And the other Stephanie Marie said, "Happy Tuesday, guys. Happy Tuesday to you. We're all having our Happy Tuesday. This is our Went for a Walk, Got Lost." But this is a little bit of a different one. A little bit of a different Went for a Walk, Got Lost. Since let me fix my camera. You gotta have me in there, but you gotta have Boy Cat in there. You gotta have those illustrious features of the man cat, so that you can always stare at him while you're listening to my beautiful voice. Where was I? Oh yeah, Philly cheesesteaks. Trying to find parking. I was hangry. I was like, no, Jimmy, we have to find parking. We have to find parking. So I fucking just start rolling. We just keep driving. I'm just like, no, I'm bound to determine we're going to find parking. I spent like 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes just looking for parking. And this is, it's already, now we're dipping into time, because now it's like 12:30 a.m. We still have an hour and a half drive back home. And then I'm like driving around. I don't find any type of parking whatsoever. I'm like looking and looking and looking. I don't see anything. Finally, we passed by a place called Acme. And I don't know what Acme, it's like, here, I'm going to look it up real quick. It's like some type of a store. I thought it was like a
warehouse.
Oh, it's a market. Yeah, I thought it was like a Ace Hardware, but no, it's actually a grocery store. So we found an Acme grocery store, and Jimmy and I are passing by it, and we're like, well, I know we're not supposed to. I know they got signs all up there saying, don't park here. But there were a lot of cars in the parking lot. But it's funny though, because you can see like the way that people think. Like most of the cars, they parked at the end of the parking lot. They didn't park up close. So they tried to park like, I'm going to be inconspicuous and I'm going to hide in the back. And it's like 100 cars in the back. So we're pulling by and we're like, they don't have 100 cars here to work overnights. You ain't going to have that during the day, let alone overnights. So we were like, all right, well, let's just mix in. Let's mix in with the people. Let's mingle with the people. I'm going to park my car right in between. I'm going to find a little parking spot in there, and we're just going to jump in, and we're just going to roll. So we jumped in, and we found a little parking spot, parked, and I checked at Gina. Well, actually, right before that, I parked in front of CVS, and then I got out, and I looked up, and I was like, oh, shit, this is a loading dock. And it says 30-minute parking, but we were like a 30-minute walk away. So I was like, I don't think that I'm going to be able to. I was not comfortable with it. I didn't want to take a chance. I didn't want to get towed. That's like one of the worst. I would hate to get towed in another city, in another town, and then you got to do all that crap and then get your car back, and who knows, they probably don't even open until later, you know. So it's
Right.
like it was just a mess. So I decided not to chance that. I didn't want to risk it, and I decided to keep looking. So that was whenever we found Acme. We found the Acme grocery store. There were like workers in the front of the front of the store, like just hanging out. But the store was closed. Obviously, it's 12:30 a.m. So the store was closed, and I'm just sitting there like thinking like, okay, we're just gonna park in here. And then we parked, and as we were walking away, I'm just looking back, and I'm like, are these fucking people gonna sell us out? What are they doing? What are they doing? Are they just hanging out in front of the Acme store at 12:30 a.m. on a Monday in Philadelphia? I don't know how Philly is. You know, Baltimore, that's pretty normal shit. That's pretty normal shit any day of the week, especially twice on Sunday. I don't know how they'll do it twice on Sunday, but they'll do it twice on Sunday if they can. But we finally get to walking, and instead of it being a 30-minute trip, a 30-minute walk, it ends up being a 7-minute walk. So I'm like, okay, cool. We're gonna get down there. We're gonna get our cheesesteaks, and then we're gonna be ready to rock and roll. We're gonna be good. So we walk over. We get beside Geno's and Pat's. Geno's and Pat's are like the top. And I say top because it's like they're mainly like the top. They're mainly like the top. What would you say? They're mainly like the top.
Company.
They're like the two top battling cheesesteak places. Because those are the only two that I ever hear about. I hear about some other ones. I had a friend who lives in Atlanta, and shout out Nasty Leroy. Nasty Leroy hit me up on Instagram, and he said that there was like three more. There's like three more different places that we could go to that are there, and so I was like, yeah. Stephanie said you would have had to wait till this morning to get your car out if it had gotten towed. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like I didn't want to wait until this morning to get towed. So but we wanted cheesesteaks. So we were like, okay, hopefully Acme won't sell us out. I mean, they're not going to tow us all. And you saw there was 100 people that were parked in the parking lot. So we walk, we get over there. I could see Pat's and Geno's. Pat's is like a little bit on its own corner, and Geno's is on another corner. It's got all kinds of fluorescent lights, like drawing you in, you know. They're like the touristy spots. They're like the really popular touristy spots. If you go to Philadelphia, you got to get Geno's. And I remember getting Geno's and not being happy with it because I was like, I spent way too much money on this stupid piece of shit cheesesteak, and it's not even that good. It's whatever. So now that I've already been to Philly and I know that, people like to build it up more than what it is, and it's not really as good as people like to say it is. But since it's a Philly thing, I guess it's cool. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll give it a shot. We'll go do Pat's now instead of Geno's. And I did Pat's, and I think that the cool thing about Pat's is it's like very fast. It was very fast. So you don't remember where you got your cheesesteaks, but like, do you remember like how the experience was when you got it? Was there a lot of people there getting cheesesteaks?
There's a couple people. Was
it like a cheesesteak place, like mainly for cheesesteaks, or was it like a?
It was a cheesesteak place.
So they were doing the Philly gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool though. Do you remember like how much it cost?
It was like $10. It wasn't too bad.
That's not bad at all.
That's not bad. No.
I spent $12 on mine, but I got extra meat. I got extra meat and no onions, but I guess they get onions and cheese.
How
I
was
guess that's
it?
like affiliate. Oh, it was delicious. It was delish. Let me actually I'll throw up a video real quick for you guys so that y'all can see what we was eating. And if you go to my Instagram at @endgamejordane down there on the bottom, you'll be able to find all that food that we were eating yesterday. No, I didn't save anything. So you're just gonna have to go online and find it because I can save it later, but or Facebook. I guess Facebook I have some stuff too on there. So go there and then you'll see like how beautiful that steak was. Actually, I'm gonna save it right now and I'm gonna try to see if I can. Let's see here. Boom. It's a very small video, so it shouldn't be too complicated. So guys, be patient. So do you know how so it was like $10. It wasn't too bad. Was it you, Dreama, and Bryan?
Yeah. We went up to see the Rocky statue.
Yeah. How was that? Was that awesome or what?
It was good. It was during when COVID was bad. So
yeah, so everything was like y'all had to have masks on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Bryan and Donnie didn't wear masks.
Dreama, yeah.
Oh, Dreama too?
Yeah. No, Donnie wasn't there. So.
Oh, it was Dreama.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. So, So Dreama and Bryan didn't wear the masks.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all were up there with the protests.
Yeah, the protests.
The protests were going on. Was that like? What was that like? Did you see like? Because it wasn't any rioting or anything. It was just like the protests at that point, right? It was just like
no, it was a no cop zone. There.
Yeah,
it was like a big area with like.
And Bryan was just Bryan. So Bryan had never been to like a big city before.
Yeah. So.
And I should do a went for a walk, got lost with him when we went to DC. Because when we went to DC, he realized and he saw that. That there was a no cop zone down there. Yeah, I don't think it was as serious as Philly's was.
He said it was worse than Philly.
It was not. It was definitely a mess, but it was just one block. It was just a block. But here's the thing: he might have meant, like, I guess I'm assuming that there were some riots that went on down in DC because, and we got video of it. So we'll probably, if I can get Bryan back up here eventually, I'll do a went for a walk, got lost with him, and then we'll be able to get him to talk about his experience because I've been to, we've been to DC, like I've been to DC a lot. It never gets old for me. I love going. But it's still like one of those things. After you've done it a few times, you've done it,
Right.
Lori and Rick Morris said they love Rocky, and everybody loves that. It's badass. It's a badass. But isn't it cool, like being able to see that statue, like seeing that fucking legendary statue, even though he's not a real boxer.
It's a dream. Yeah, it's a dream come true.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, man, like, oh yeah. And then did you? So in the movie, he runs up steps and then he does that. Did you find the steps?
Yeah, it was right next to it.
Dude, what's bad? Yeah, because it's down on the bottom. It used to be up at the top, but then they moved it down to the bottom because I guess it was in the way and everything. If you guys were there at nighttime though, right?
Yeah, it was night.
Yeah,
we got there in the day, then walked.
Right. Yeah. Me and Bryan busted our asses going to DC, man. We were all over that fucking place. But it was a good day. It was, it was awesome because like Bryan enjoys that shit and I love that shit. So like we were like little kids in a candy store. He was just like, "Oh, what about that building?" And I was like, "I don't know." Like, "Oh yeah, that building was built in the 1800s. Look at that thing. How the fuck they do that? They didn't even have cranes." They didn't have cranes, or they had like rudimentary cranes. They didn't have like fucking legitimate cranes like they have now.
Pulley systems.
Yeah, exactly. Those old school pulley systems that they did back when they built Egypt and shit. That technology didn't change that much, guys. But like the Rocky thing's cool. Like Philadelphia's a badass town. Did you see that? You guys didn't see the Liberty Bell though, did you?
Oh, I think we walked past it.
Yeah.
We were looking for it, but we walked past it.
But during COVID, there's no telling if it would actually be open or not, or if it's hard to, if it's hard. But like, guys, if you guys have anywhere that you visited, or if you've visited anywhere where we are, share some of your stories down there in the chat and let us know. Let us know where some of your favorite places are to go to take a walk. Because Ralph and I have been talking about finding new places to go for a walk and get lost. And we're going to be Dreama's going to be coming along as well, and she's going to be joining the live streams, not only with her feud with old Bobby, because her and Bob still have their feud going on. That's going to be really good. But that's just part of the game. That's part of everything. And I still have to show them the video of the truth about what happened that night. And I don't want to sell anybody out. I'm not going to sell anybody out until I have both of them here and I can play the video and show them, And Georgian said, "Hey, Paul and Ralph." And you met Georgian down in Georgia whenever we do CCW. Yeah. And she's like, you took a couple pictures with us for them and everything. So Ralph says hello. He said that he misses you. And he said, give him a hug and then just don't cough on him next time he sees you. You have to wear a mask, though. But anyway, we got to Pat's. We had the cheesesteak and So we got off on that tangent with Rocky and doing Philadelphia. I'm going to load this video up real quick. Oh, that was the wrong spot. Sorry. Boom. I'm apologizing to myself. Let me make sure that is the video. Okay, yeah. All right. So boom. All right. I'm going to load up this video real quick for y'all just to show you one of these real quick, so that you guys can see this cheesesteak that I was having, because it was no joke cheesesteak. It was a no joke cheesesteak. Boom. First Pat steak, right across the street. Turn that sound down. Gino's. Boom. Yeah, there's Gino's. And so I do have to say, then I turn it back so that
this one is
and then I can
pretty
eat
damn
mine.
good. So.
And it's delish. And then at that point, I turned it back around And I asked Jimmy, if he liked his, and he was taking a bite, and he took a bite of his, and he flipped me off and said, "Fuck you." And hey, that's just Jimmy being Jimmy. But I think I don't think that he really wanted to talk because he had a mouthful of cheesesteak.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Alabama. Sorry, Jordane. Alabama, Barnesville, Georgia. I thought Barnesville was in Georgia, ain't it? What part of Alabama did we meet her at? Probably Dothan. Probably one of the bigger shows.
Oh,
It was
okay,
probably one of the bigger shows.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something around there.
Something around there. But anyway, yeah, the cheesesteaks were amazing, and that was all last night. And so we ate the cheesesteak. I had one cheesesteak, but I had double meat because I'm the man. That's what. Yeah. She said it was Dothan. Awesome, Dothan. It was. Yeah, I don't. So I don't eat. I don't eat any burgers without bread. Or with bread.
Mm-hmm.
I eat it with, if I can get lettuce and eat it like that, that's what I'll do. I just like to cut the carbs as much as I can. I've cut out a lot of carbs by doing that. But last night, boy, I didn't cut any of that bread out. I did, actually. I ate half of it, and then I tore off the top half, and then I just ate the bottom half. The top half didn't have much cheese. It was on the bottom. So I didn't feel like I was losing anything. I just mainly needed cheese and meat, But if I have a little bit of bread, it kind of spices it up a little bit, and it makes it taste pretty good. So Did
you have any fries or sweet potato fries with it?
They didn't, of course. They didn't have sweet potato fries. People there don't eat sweet potato fries. They'll look at you like, what? But they're instead of because me and you and I, we know the southern accent. What? I don't know what that is. You mean fries? No, sweet potato fries. Yam fries? Sweet potato fries? Yam fries? Why are you going to eat yam fries? That don't even sound good. Get out of my store. I don't want to do business with you. But up here they do it. They'll probably do it in their own Philadelphia way. I don't even know a Philadelphia accent. So, but yeah. So the fries were good. Yeah, I got some fries. With it. It all ended up being like $16 for a cheesesteak with double meat and some fries. Jimmy, and now I'm going to sell you out, Jimbo. I'm going to sell you out, buddy. He had 2 cheesesteaks.
2 of them?
2 fucking cheesesteaks. He actually got 3. He got one for one of his friends, but then he actually got 3. But 2 of them he ate, and he ate them right there. I was trying to take my time eating mine, and then by the time I finally finished mine, he was halfway through done with his second one. And I was like, God, man, you are a fat shit just like me. we made a special trip in the middle of the night, right after wrestling training, right after we got done beating the hell out of each other, and we were like, okay, cool, we're just gonna we're gonna go and we're gonna eat some steaks. And it was great though because at the beginning I was talking to him and I was like, dude, I really don't feel like, I don't know at the end of training if I'm gonna feel like actually going because I want to get back. I know I got to get up early. I got all this crap I got to do. We got to be on top of our shit most of the time. So that's one of the big things. And it was just tough. Because at the end of training, Jimmy was he was a little down on himself because he messed up a couple things during training. But I do the same thing. If I mess up something during training, I want to do it again or I'll just think about it and then I'll try to make sure that I fix it next time.
Right.
And what's up, Shamala? How are you? She said sweet potato fries taste gooder than fries. I read that as gooder than fries because I think they are gooder than fries. I think sweet potato fries are the best. But one of the best inventions that I believe I have ever heard of or I've ever seen or I've ever been interested in, sweet potato fries. Sweet potato waffle fries. Sweet potato waffle fries. Now, Chick-fil-A had my heart. Because of those damn waffle fries. Those damn waffle fries just do me in. But then, where was it? Was it Silver Spring Mining Company? Because we would we would eat at Mother's.
Yep.
And we would get the bison burger with egg on top of it, with a little sunny side up egg. If you guys have never had a bison burger, get a bison burger. But get that baby with bacon and sunny side up eggs. It's not going to help your cholesterol, okay? Yeah, we get it. Not healthy. But it's got a lot of protein, and that's all I'm worried about. So you'll get your bison burger, and you get some sweet potato fries. Get you a nice little salad. God, man, that's a good day. That's a good day. Now you're making me hungry. You're making me hungry.
Yeah.
Just thinking about it. But then So we went to a place, and the bison, they didn't have bison burger, did they, or do they?
They do.
It's just not as
good as.
Yeah, it's not as good. So the Silver Spring Mining Company, we're going to put over these two places up here in Cockeyesville, Maryland, or Hunt Valley, whatever place you want to call it. Silver Spring Mining Company has like sweet potato waffle fries. Now their bison burger isn't as good, so now you have to weigh, like, do I want a really good bison burger or do I want really good sweet potato fries? Because the sweet potato fries are good at Mother's, but they're not waffles.
Yeah.
Something about that texture with the waffles.
Yeah.
Even though one time I had food there and the sweet potato fries were horrendous because they weren't crispy. I just like them crispy. They were soft.
Yeah.
I don't like soft fries, But that wasn't like every time. Sometimes you get better fucking things cooked than others or whatever. But yes, cheesesteak, great. Then we had to drive all the way back home. Drove all the way back home. It was about an hour and a half drive. Got back in at like 3 or 4 a.m., something like that. I dropped him off, and then I drove back over here. And then that was whenever I met up with you, and I was laying down over here, and I fell asleep because my back and hips were just not feeling good. So I was like, okay, I need to lay down. And I fell asleep right there until I heard you, and I was like, don't mind me. I'm just, it feels good to sleep on the floor. And it does. I do sleep on the floor sometimes just because, like, I feel like it evens me out, I like it. I don't know. It just feels good.
Straightens your spine.
Yeah, it straightens my spine. I think at least I hope. That's what you would hope, but you never really know. So I got in at like 3, maybe 4 a.m. and I maybe was asleep for like an hour. And Adam gets up at what, 5:30? Mm-hmm. Adam gets up at 5:30, and I heard him, and I was like, "Hey man, don't mind me." So I like stumbled my zombie ass in there. And I went back to sleep, and then I got back up, went right to work, and then boom, here we are in the gym. And now it's time so here's a big thing. So we had leg day today. Now we're in the shred shed, and we had a nice little workout. We had Leland and Jimmy. Have you tried? Let me go to the comments real quick so that I can catch up. I had Chick-fil-A waffle fries today. Yeah, thanks for rubbing it in, Stephanie. Appreciate that. Not like you're making us hungry or anything. I'm going to go to Chick-fil-A right after this. I'm going to run there, though, because I have to get my run in. I can't. I got to run. God, I hate myself. Why do I do this to myself? I got to run. Like, no, Ron, you got to run. Like that voice in my head's like, like, no, stupid. You're not eating. You're running. And Shamala said, have you tried Chick-fil-A's salad with extra chicken nuggets? I would eat their salad with extra chicken nuggets.
I would try that.
That sounds pretty good. Especially if it's like fried chicken nuggets. I would tear me up some fried chicken nuggets. Mm-hmm. That's the shit. But I would definitely try those. She said, run. I'm trying to stay on top of it. Like some days are better than others. But I got my run coming up. Anyway, we had our squats. We had a good squat day. Me and you were talking, and I was like, all right, Leland and Jimmy are on a 12-week plan, and I've talked about this previously with Jimmy, where we're on the Back to the Basics workout right now, and that's one of my favorite workouts to do because it has a little bit of everything. Right. So it has a good variety, especially if you want to be more athletic and you want to be very functional. Now we're about to change up our workouts in about 2 weeks because getting Leland in there, now he's getting used to working out. Now he's getting used to challenging himself. She said, y'all are making me hungry. Yeah, y'all are making me hungry too. We're all making each other hungry, I guess.
Run.
Yep. I'm running. I'm running to that fucking store. Chick-fil-A's closed anyway. That's what I'm going to tell myself. I don't know if they are or not, but I'm going to tell myself that. Yeah, so where were we? Oh, yeah, squats. So they're at the end. They're at week 11 of a 12-week program. Mm. Both of them have went up dramatically in their maxes. Jimmy last week, at the end of his workout, he had his max on the bar, and he was supposed to do it 2 times. He got it 5 times. And that's
progress right there.
That's a lot of progress. And you can already see, like, when Jimmy first started coming in there, and we covered this last 2 weeks ago on our Friday Night Try, mine and Jimmy's Friday Night Try, where we were talking about like how many changes we've made. And I've made a lot of changes too. Like we've all made a lot of changes, big changes. And more of those really big changes have been coming, and they came today. So we've been getting PRs all over the place. I haven't gotten any personal PRs as in the actual legitimate weight being lifted, but I have gotten plenty of PRs because, let me move this out of the way. I've gotten plenty of PRs. Yeah, there we go. Come on. I've gotten plenty. I don't want it in my face though, you know. I gotta keep that face. Gotta keep the face showing. You know, that's what pays the bills, baby. But yeah, I haven't gotten any like new legitimate PRs because I had to break down my whole squat form and fix my hips and fix a lot of things in my hips and like
a long process.
A long process. So it took a lot of time for us to be able to do all that. And I appreciate my cousin and all the other guys who have helped me fix myself. And I'm not still fixed completely all the way, but looking at my squats now compared to what they were before, big difference. Even so, like I was hurt for a while and my squats weren't doing so well, but they were getting low. I could still get pretty low, but then at a certain point I just couldn't get low anymore. It was just hurting, and I would just have heavy weight and I couldn't move it.
And you was leaning.
And I was leaning in like different areas and everything. It was just too many imbalances, too many weaknesses, and too many imbalances. So I had to take my time and cut back on that, which is very frustrating because I'm a meathead at heart, and I really just want to I want to hit the weights as hard as I can majority of the time. So that's just like that's just one of the things that I had to do. And I've been getting new PRs now, but since I've had to step back on my squats, you've been like just behind me. You've been just behind me. So I'd be squatting 275, you'd squat 255. I'd squat 295, you'd squat 285. I'd squat 300, you'd squat 290. What did you get last week? It was 285?
I hit 295, 2 sets at the end.
At the end last week. Right. So then this week we come in. And I was like, all right, Ralph, I'm going to try for 315 today, man. And you were like, right on. That sounds awesome. Yeah, good for you. That's going to be amazing if you can get that. Wow, you're so strong. That's so cool that you can squat that. Wow, man. Oh, if only one day I could squat 315. Well, today's that day, boy. We were working out and we did our warm-ups, and I had you set up the warm-ups. You warmed us up with 135, you warmed us up with 225, and then you warmed us up with 255. And then your first set was 275, right? Or was your first set 255?
It was 255.
Because my first set was 275. Miss you too, Taylor. I'll be down there in December. I'm back down in Georgia in December for Barnesville, Georgia. We will be wrestling down there. So if you come and say hi. Make sure you buy a shirt. That helps pay the bills. But what were we saying? What was I saying? What were we saying? Where were we? Oh, we were on the squats. Yeah. So I did. What part were we at?
You just started. I started with 255, and then
and then I started with 275.
Yep.
And then started jumping up, and you had 285 next, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was going to go to 285.
You were going to go to 285, and then I was going to go with 300. So then we put 305. Well, I put 305 on your thing, and then you had to double check and count it again. So he's like, "This ain't 295. This ain't." Or what did you want? 295?
I wanted 295. That's what it was.
Right.
Yeah.
You were like, "This isn't this is like 305," and I was like, "Oh yeah."
Just do it.
Just do that. Just do that. And you were like, You think I should? Yeah, I really think you should. You should do it. And then you fucking jumped in there and like you were ready to go. And if you guys go to our Facebook and or Instagram, you'll see some of the set. I posted a little bit of the sets. And now like tomorrow I'll actually post like a video of me and you doing our squats so that you guys can follow along with everything. But it's more so like it's more so like it just motivates me, like seeing all that progress that you and I and Jimmy and Leland that we've all made while growing in this thing.
Right.
So and it's just in a shed. We've just been doing all of this progress in a fucking shed, Given it's like a legitimate gym now, but Shamala said, "Are you talking about 275 pounds and 300 pounds? You guys did squat with 300 pounds? Yes, we were squatting with 300 pounds. Yes, that's what we're talking about right now. So we're not done yet, though." So that's in the middle of the sets. So then I'm looking at Adam and I'm like, well, now you got to squat with me. You already just shown that you just squatted my weight. So now you got to squat with me. And he was like, yeah, I guess I guess I do have to squat with you. And I was like, yeah, now you're doing 315, bitch. And then you were like, what? You're squatting with me. And then I was like, like, I believe in you more than you believe in you. I believe in all y'all more than y'all believe in you. Yourselves. Because I have to push it. Like I did the same thing with Leland. I've done the same thing with Jimmy. And but Jimmy's coming along though, because he was supposed to do 2, but he was like, man, I can feel it. And you saw today, like Jimmy had a little bit more of a fire under his ass.
Yeah, I seen it
he had a
today.
little bit more of a fire under his ass, which is like that motivates me because I'm like, man, fucking Eeyore's like not crying in the rain anymore. He's like, I gotta do curls. I gotta get good.
In between sets.
Yep, exactly. So then you jump on there and you hit up that 315, and then how did that 315 feel?
It felt actually good.
Yeah.
I felt no pain.
You squatted all the way down, no lower back pain, no like hip pain. Everything felt good, and you were getting down there. And then you were like, fuck yeah, 315. You did 2 times. Because you did 2, no, was it 3? Because you did
3 times.
Because you did 255 first.
Oh, yeah, 255.
And then instead of 295, it was 305.
Yeah, then we went to 2, yeah.
And then it was 315 for 3 or 2. 315 for 2 more, and then we did a set of 25. That set of 25 kicked my ass, by the way. And Lori said, good job, Adam. Because Adam, Adam has come a long way. Adam has never squatted over 3. Have you squatted over 300 pounds?
Yes, but it was ugly. It wasn't
wasn't
bad.
like
it was
it wasn't like it was today.
Yeah, I felt
if you
good
guys go
today.
back to those videos today, they were legit. Do I need to just put them on? I should probably just put them on instead of just you saying go back.
Okay.
Because this is going to be like, these are just stories, but like these stories they're not, you know what I mean? They're not going to be there tomorrow. And then if I'm telling you to go there and you come and you don't, and you come there, but you don't see it. So let me go to the stories real quick. There we go. I'm gonna do that one. Boom, boom. There goes Ralph's one. Jordane, I need to talk to you about something later. You can talk to me about anything. All right, and there goes. Let me see if I get 1 or do I get 2? Do I get 1 on that one? All right, I'll do that one because I'm squatting a little bit more than 1 repetition. I just wanted to get more than 1 repetition in there before we jump. Now I'm going to save this. Boom. I'm going to talk to you guys through what I'm doing, my thought process as we roll here. Now I'm airdropping it. Now we only have just a minute. And then now we're going to get this video on here showing the, and I should have prepared this a little bit earlier, but you know what? It's going to be on the Shred Chronicles, so you guys will be able to see it, but just not right now. All right. Different media source. That's, yep, here goes Ralph. Boom. 5F9. Let me see. Boom. There we go. Here goes. All right, guys. Let me fix the sound real quick on that. Here goes Ralph getting his squats in there. Yep. Killing it. Killing it. One more. All the way down. You want to see it?
Yep.
He's here. 315. This is his first time he's ever gotten it before. All the way down and all the way. Here, let me fix that so you can actually see the full squat. All right, now watch closely. Now he's going to get down there. He's going to go parallel, and then he's going to get the hell out of there. Boom, and then back up. Get that squat in there. Pause it. Hey, man, looks like you're sitting down in a seat right there. And then back up. All you, no belt, no knee wraps, just natural, pure, animalistic strength. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there, dude. Like you cannot get any better than that. And now we're gonna go to just because while we're on the subject, we might as well show mine a little bit too. So I only had 10 more pounds than Ralph. So but if you notice, we are getting down there nice and low. We are getting down there nice and low now. And I used to have problems getting down there like that, but now I can get down there with 300 pounds on my back. There ain't nobody I can't pick up unless it's like Vader or Yokozuna.
Literally touching the ground.
Yep, ass to grass. That's what they like to call it. Not bad. Not bad if I do say so myself, and I'm feeling good now. So let's get that back out of there. Boom. Boom. So yes, we had a great session in the squat rack. It was a squat rack. We did have a good session in the squat rack. It was a great. Yeah, it was pretty badass. I think that I think it is coming along really good. 3 in 1 set. I saw that on IG. Yep. And I used to be able to do more, but now I'm gonna get back. I'll get back there. No worries. Don't you worry about that. I'll be getting back there ASAP. Jordane, I need to talk to you about something. Taylor, talk to me about whatever you want. Stephanie said, Adam did an awesome job. I just saw the videos. Hell yeah. Yes, agreed. That's great. Nice form. Yes, we've been working, and that's one of the things that we're trying to stress the most on while we're in the shred shed is like form. But whenever you start challenging yourself, like your form's going to break. It's not going to always be perfect, but you want to try to have it as good as it can be. You know, and you want to get like the best stimulation that you can. And I felt like we had a great squat session today. Great squat session. It was like those types of days we need to have way more often. And we got some good core work in too.
Yep. Got
that little ab roller in. Joe Jones said, I did 6 squats yesterday and threw up. I don't blame you. Me too. But I only had to do 3. Yeah. So, since this is Went for a Walk, Got Lost, we talked a little bit about me going for a walk with old Jimmy earlier and getting lost. And now you and I had our excursion into Annapolis Rock multiple times, filming a bunch of different things. And hold on. Boom. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask right now. I got to turn that sound down because I don't like the sound jumping in on us. So, yeah, so now we had the Annapolis Rock trips. We've done all those things. One thing that we forgot to cover on the way home, it was me, you, Donnie, and Dreama in my car, and Bryan on the motorcycle. And if you guys don't remember Bryan, if you guys remember Bryan from back in the Annapolis Rock sessions that we've shown. We've also shown it on the Friday Night Try a little bit, but you see Bryan's the one that's climbing all over the rocks like a spider monkey. He was driving Dreama's motorcycle, and let's see, Paul, back in the NWA days, we used to, in the dressing room with Ole Anderson, we had to do 30 ass to grass squats before our show. I would do 100. 30 ain't nothing, brother. 30 ain't nothing. I'll do 30 with 200 pounds on my back. And then I'd kick Ole Anderson in his face. I'd kick Ole Anderson in his face if he tried to get me to do 30 squats. I would do 30 squats, and then I would kick Ole Anderson in his face, and then I would ask him, please do something. Try me. What were you saying?
I've seen you do 30 squats like that.
What, with 200 pounds?
Yeah.
With 225, yeah.
Yeah.
I've done it. Yeah, definitely. I'm no fucking slouch, man. I like to torture myself, you know? Mm-hmm. Why play around? So we were talking about the trip, and we forgot to cover Dreama's motorcycle ran out of gas. And
yep.
So we were driving, and Bryan was behind us, and we could see his little one light following behind us. And then turns out that he pulled over, like he was just gone. And we were like, what the fuck happened? So we keep driving, and then somebody calls him and gets him on the phone. And he's like, hey, I ran out of gas. I need to get some gas. So we're like, okay, cool. We'll go get some gas. We pull over. We pull off the next exit. And now, like, he's pulled off on the side of the road on the inside on, I think it was like 76. But it's like 95. It's just like any other type of highway that you've been down. Like, there's 2 lanes here, 2 lanes here, and there's that crossing median in the middle, but you can't really cross. Mm-hmm. So we pull out, we get the gas, we pull back over. It takes like 20, 30 minutes to go get the gas and then come back around. And we're driving back, and we're looking for him on the opposite side of the road. Right. And we're looking for him, and we're like not seeing him. And we're like, damn, did we have to drive this fucking far away? So we drive, and then we see like, oh shit, he's actually, we see him now. Like, he has his light on, and we pull over to the side of the road. So he's coming this way, we're going that way. We pull over to the side of the road over here, and I'm like, you guys just chill out here. I'm going to take him the gas. We'll fill up the gas, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll. I grab it, get out of the car, run over across the median, like playing Frogger, jumping in between traffic. You know, I'm like, okay, I'll bring you the gas if it's the last thing I do. And we get over there. I get over there, and Brian's like, yeah, fucking things ran out of gas. So he takes a key and opens it up. We start filling it up. As we're filling it up, he and I are looking down. And there's cars passing us, and we see like the cars are passing us, you know, and that's cool. Like I see like the cars are passing us, no big deal. All of a sudden, as we're pouring the gas, like lights are like facing us. They're like, it's different now. It's not passing us. It's like coming at us. He and I both look up, and like our eyes are like, holy shit! There's a fucking car coming straight at us.
Yep.
And we're on the side of the fucking road. And then they see us, and then they fucking veer off. And they veer off, and they almost turn into somebody else. And then you see the other person have to veer off into the highway median. They didn't go into the grass, but they almost veered off into the median. And then the other people, like, they almost flipped, not quite, and then boom, came back around, and you just hear, and you just smelled it. There's nothing but burnt rubber. And Brian and I are like, what the fuck?
Oh, my God.
Holy shit. And we were like, wait a minute, like, we did all those jokes at Annapolis Rock, like, oh, I don't want to fall. And it was like, no. That right there was fucking legitimately, like, you see your life in front of you. You see, like, it's still, like, your life flashes in front of you. But it didn't. We just saw lights. We just saw literal lights flashing in front of us. And we were like, fuck, what the fuck was that? Right. Holy shit. So I took a little bit of video from that scene. This is what happened like right after that. But man, Brian and I were freaked the fuck out, and you can tell like I yell at Dreama a couple of times on here because I'm like, get out of the road. I don't trust these people. Like we got to get out of here as fast as we can. Get this stuff in this gas, or get this gas in this motorcycle, and let's get the fuck going. All right, now let me. Let's got some Amish people on there. That's a different thing. We're not going to be talking about that right now, guys. Sorry, we're not talking about that. Yeah, so here we go. Car broke down. Everything broke down. Motorcycle. Audio's good. We can't hear it. We almost saw a wreck, but we got through it. Everybody's okay. Here's Brian working on his stuff. Now all we got to do is get out of here safely, and we're going to be all right. What a wild trip this turned out to be. Just trying to make sure everybody's okay. Everybody's good. Everybody's good. Cool. We almost saw a wreck tonight, but we didn't. So. There goes Ralph, and we're on the side of the road. And why did we have our trunk open? Did we have to jump him too?
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah. That's why.
So we poured the gas. That reminds me now. So the plot thickens. We poured the gas in the motorcycle, and the fucking her battery died because her motorcycle just sits at our aunt's house. So it's not really being ran all the time. So the battery's just going to die. And this one, it definitely wasn't holding the charge. It was a brand new battery a few months ago, but that's irrelevant if you're not driving it that often. So pour the gas in it, and after all that scary shit happens, we're like, yeah, now we got to go to the other. Now I got to go get back into my car and then drive back around so that we can give him a jump. So I jump back into the car, and I'm like, guys, did you guys fucking see that? And y'all were like, no, we were just listening to this 90s song, and we were just singing along. It was Audio Slave. Love, yeah. Teach me.
And all this chaos was happening behind us.
And all this chaos is happening, and y'all are just listening to Audio Slave. Teach me how to love. And Donnie's like, I haven't heard this song in forever, man. This is great. Hell's just being unleashed behind you. And it's like, oh, and I was like, we almost died. Y'all didn't even fucking see that? What the fuck? Me and Brian were just freaked the fuck out. So we got back into the car. We drove all the way back around. And here's the thing. So they were on the we were originally, Brian had the motorcycle on the inside of the highways. In order for us to help, we had to bring it onto the outside. So Brian, who was it? You, Brian, and Donnie, whoever.
No, me and Brian. Yeah.
You and Brian pushed the motorcycle across and then back up. And then we got the car over, and like Donnie, and you'll see Donnie is out there. That one. Donnie is out there like waving people off as to the best of his abilities. Yep, we're good. He's trying to like, you know. We just got to get inside safely now. Like not let us get ran over, and we're just like nervous, and we're just like scared of dying, and I'm just like, yeah, he's waving them off. He's like, please guys, don't hit us. We've already had We've almost lost 2 of our brothers tonight because of, you know, people. You just see these cars just going. And here's Bryan setting it all up, getting that baby jumped. And if you hear like right here, I tell Dreama, like, I do not, at this point, I do not trust these people at all. So I'm telling Dreama to get away from the road. Because you see how close she is to the road. And, you know, she doesn't know. And that just is what it is. You know what's funny? Look at Dreama. You see her, like, watch her how she does her hands. Our mom and our aunts also do that. Watch the way she does her hands. Like, she's nervous, so she's like gripping them together like that.
Oh yeah.
They do. That's like a nervous habit. Yeah. That's the same thing. I guess that's a hereditary thing. I don't know. So yeah, it's like we're sitting there figuring it out. And it was just a mess, man. This was scary as shit. And we weren't expecting it to be like that. Like, we thought it was just going to be a good time, fun time. And then, of course, there always has to be something going on. There's got to be, always, you know, always something going on. But it's good. It's good. It's, we survived, obviously. We're all here. And we're still rolling. But yeah, I completely forgot that we had to do that. We had to come all the way back. So now, here's at the very end. Donnie's still telling everybody, please don't hit us. Please don't hit us, guys. Here's a flashlight. Please stay to the side of the road. And I'm telling him, you know, let's get back. The audio's on the show. Like, I could put headphones on you so you could hear it, but
oh man, what a crazy start and end to this day.
I'm just saying,
this has been a wild day.
Hey,
what a went for a walk got lost episode.
Wild night.
This has been
what a wild night that was.
Lost I believe we've ever had.
And then back
We're
off.
Still going.
Brian's back out. Oops. Now Brian's
one of the craziest went for a walk got lost.
Back off. Finally got the motorcycle back on the road, and we're ready to rock and roll. And we're good to go.
And we're still going.
You see my face. I still didn't look like I was myself yet. I'm like, I almost died. That's true.
You guys don't know what I went through.
Almost got hit by a car. These fucking assholes are just singing to each other. They're just singing to each other, and we almost died.
Still going. All right.
That was a fun trip, though. And it's very rare that we can get the family together like that. And, oh no, why does that happen? Turn off. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Patience with me. So, yeah, it's like just one of those things, you know. You got to be careful out there because you really never know. You really never know when things are going to pop off like that. You know, it's just one of those things. It's crazy that it happened, but I'm glad that, you know, we all lived to see another day, you know. Mm-hmm. It's just one of those things. And no, we didn't get soft serve, but we did get sheets. We definitely got sheets that night, so we were good. And Jill said that your hair turned gray. Yeah, pretty much my hair turned gray. It turned white as shit. Like, this is my life. This is my life. All gone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Oh, man. But that was a good trip. That was a fun trip. I'm glad that we went. We had Bob Hollywood there. We had good old Jimbo there, and they had no idea about what happened because they went on home. Yeah, they went on home, so they were really good. Man, that was anything else from that trip you want to talk about, or are you done with that? You good?
You pretty much covered it all.
Yeah, I totally forgot that we had to jump the motorcycle though.
Yep.
Because it was like, if it wasn't hard enough for me to cross the median and almost get hit by a car, me and Bryan, because we were both just looking down and we looked up and was like, what? And they were like, oh no, I can't drive on the side of the road.
Did you try to get out of the way, or did
no? We just it wasn't. There was no time. It was just look up. There's lights. That's all we had. We just looked up, saw lights, and then they turned, and we were like, oh. Like, maybe we would have had the wherewithal to, like, jump out of the way, maybe, if it had, like, a couple more seconds.
But it was right there.
It was right there, dude. It was right there. And, like, you could see, like I said, like, the lights were coming, and then all of a sudden the light was, like, coming directly at it. It wasn't the side thing. It was like that. And we just looked up like, that's different. And it was, I don't know. It's just one of those things. I always remember, I I had a friend who was a cop, and he was talking about whenever you pull people over, like you got to be really careful because sometimes people don't pay attention, and like sometimes they're like bugs attracted to a light, and they'll just veer over and just hit the cars and stuff like that. And that type of stuff happens all the time. You can see like YouTube videos of it, or probably not on YouTube anymore. That's probably a little violent, but it's like a deer in the headlights. Yeah, that's exactly what we were, Stephanie. We were deer in headlights, and we were just trying not to get hit. And now you see what deer in headlights are doing because they're just looking up like, oh shit, what is this?
What is this?
They're just gone. Poor deer. Poor deer have no idea what's going on. But anyway, yeah, that was a fun trip. And now this leads us into where the hell are we going next? Where's our next Went for a Walk, Got Lost? And do you guys think that we should do this live? Type in the chats live if you want us to do them live. And then type regular or REG if you want us to do like just the regular videos. And then we'll maybe cover, like we'll review one live. Because I like you said, I like doing it live as well. But I don't know if the quality's as good. If the videos were good tonight, let us know, and like I hope that everything's working out pretty well. But you never really know how everything goes. That's just kind of part of the game, if you will. So you and I have been talking about like these new areas that we want to try to visit, and we want to try to see like what we can do in order to like where can we go? Where are some places that we can go? And I had a friend, Danny Keogh, over on Instagram. He sent me a video. He saw that we were getting Philly cheesesteaks. And he was like, man, if you're up in Pennsylvania, you need to go to Lancaster. That's where, like, all the Amish people are. And, like, there's some really cool stuff to check out with the Amish people. And I was like, oh, yeah, Pennsylvania Dutch. That'd be badass. Yeah. We could totally go out there. And like, but we'd have to go somewhere that we can like, be ourselves and we can record and we can do it like that. That I think will be badass. Because the Amish people have, like, a crazy history. They were, like, a couple offshoots of different types of churches that didn't get along, and then they got over here, and then they still had more offshoots, and some of them can use some technologies, some of them are completely old school and don't use any
TV
technologies.
or radio or nothing.
Some of them don't use TV or radio because, and like a lot of their reasons are because they want to have a face-to-face conversation. They think it's better to have a face-to-face conversation than any other type of communication.
Do you know why?
Yeah, because you can see people's intentions whenever you talk to them more. That's my
yeah.
That's my thoughts. Like they're very old school, so they don't believe in telephones because what's this wonky stuff? I'm talking to somebody who's not here, which is bad. I like it, but I could understand like why Amish people would, want to stick with the old ways as they are, So I think we're going to go to Lancaster, Pennsylvania pretty soon. Lori said she likes both. Stephanie said either. Rick said live. That's awesome. We'll do it. I think we're going to try it out live, guys. They Donnie their pictures. They don't want their pictures taken. Yeah. The Amish
really?
are. Yeah, they probably don't even. Yeah, they probably don't. I remember. I guess it depends on the group. It depends on which tribe or sect or whatever city or whatever. I don't know how they distinguish different Amish groups from different others, but there's Mennonites, there's Beach Amish, there's like a bunch of different types of Amish that are out there. But the crazy thing is, so like they used to have like 6 or 7 kids per person, and with like modern technology getting better to where you're like back then you would probably lose like 2 or 3 kids, so it behooved you. It was a good idea for you to have like 7 or 8 kids so that because there's a lot of work that's got to be done here. And we need more kids. So, but that's man labor once they get to like
Right.
Leland's age. It's like, no, get your ass out there and get to work, man.
Yeah.
But what's cool? What's really cool is they still have 7 to 8 children, but modern technology has made everything so much better. And I don't know how that correlates with them and how they. I think that not necessarily. Technology has gotten better for them, but practices and keeping hygiene and keeping things cleaner has gotten better. So maybe that's why, like the Amish, like their breeding practices, they're able to have more children now because they still have 7 to 8 children. They still have the same amount of children as they have always had, but now they're not losing as many because it's new technology. I don't know. I got to read about that though because that's very interesting. Like, what type of technology is it that they're using? I think that it's probably more like better just better practices whenever you're like having children and stuff. They know how to keep everything more clean and all that other good stuff. So I think that Lancaster's definitely going to be the ones where we go and get lost. We go get lost on.
What about the laws?
And Stephanie said the ones in Lancaster don't allow the pics to be taken of them. That makes sense. What were you saying?
About the laws? Do they have different laws? Do they have their own like certificate of land there, or is it
kind of like the Native American properties? I don't think so. I think that they still have to work our laws, but some of their law, but they still drive the horse and carriage. But you'll be in Pennsylvania and you've seen it, right?
Yeah,
like
I've seen them,
you pass by like people in the horse and carriage, So it's like they still have to get to where they're going. So, but they don't use nails. They'll use like those little pikes made of like those little wooden things that they drill out a hole and then they put the little wood in there and then it holds it like that. Or they'll I don't know if it's spikes or is it like I haven't read too much about it, but it's like that old school technology on how they would build like different cabins and stuff. But they can throw those things up really quick. But I think that Lancaster is going to be one of the ones that we have to go to. Have you thought of anywhere else that you want to check out?
I had one earlier. I thought about it earlier, but I totally forgot.
Like Egypt. Egypt's definitely on the list. Egypt's on the list. Rome's on the list.
I just want to see you fight a mummy.
I'll fuck that mummy up. It won't be a fight. It'll be an ass kicking. I'll whoop that fucking mummy's ass, and then I'll be like, "Wake up!" After I kill it again. Like 700-year-old bitch, and it's like, no, it's 1700. Oh, or 2,300-year-old bitch. And I would tell him, haunt me. I don't care. Speaking of which, we have found our first location where we're going to film a little mini ghost hunt. It is a local spot where a couple of people. It's an old house, so a couple of old people have died there by normal standards. By some old people die, but a couple of people have been murdered there. And not many houses have had a couple people murdered there. And there's always been these whispers about how creepy that house is, and nobody's lived in it for like 5 or 6 years now. So it was old, but now it's like old, and now it's decrepit, and now we got to go ghost hunting there. And it's relatively close, and we can gather the footage one weekend, and I can get it ready, and we can do a live show, and we can be like, hey guys, here we are, we're finding them, we're going ghost hunting finally, and but all this stuff takes time. It all but I want to do like that. That'll be like a little taste before we actually get into our legitimate shows, because the legitimate shows aren't going to be live shows. They're going to be on YouTube, but like we're going to like take them seriously, and we're going to try, like, we got the metalhead Jimbo, we got the pro wrestler Jordane, we got the gamer Rick, we got the Bob Hollywood, future president of the United States, everything, and then we got Ralph documenting it all. So it's going to be a good time, and sure. I'm just looking forward to it, dude. I'm looking forward to it. But I think that we should wrap it up now. We've had a great night. This is a great time. Thank you for joining me, Ralph. I appreciate it. Went for a walk, got lost, guys. I don't know about the schedules right now. I know we have Rick and Bob and Jimmy coming in tomorrow, so we're going to have all the boys here for SVR. So SVR is going to be reunited, and it feels so good tomorrow. Possibly Thursday. Ralph and I may do a show on Thursday just by ourselves. So thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate it. We love seeing you, and hope that everybody has a great night. You got anything to say before you roll?
Thank you for watching.
Yep. Thank you guys for watching. Y'all have a good night now. You hear?